Hi everyone, welcome to today's live. I'm the Urban Seer, your guide to love, destiny and manifesting the life you desire. And I hope everyone is doing well today. Hey to everyone in the chat. As usual, if you would like a free reading, just click the link in the pinned comment, add your like number and your username and you'll be added to the list, and just wait for your name to be called. A reminder of how I read, so I'm an energy reader, connecting to you and your situation and anyone else in that situation. So please do provide as much context, detail as you feel comfortable with. It allows me to connect with you and your energy and give you a meaningful reading. I don't do yes, no questions, timelines or general readings. But let's get started. How's everyone doing? Are we ready for the weekend? How's everyone's week been? I'm just going to go over and grab the list. Hey Kiki, hey Lakshmi, Namira, Alvin, Kitty, Samreen, Anne, lovely to see you all. Hi Kristen, thanks Kiki. Yeah, I am sporting some new rings of late. Expanded my ring library. And today I'm using the holographic Rider-Waite tarot. First up we have Denise, my love. There is the list. If everyone wants to check, you can see where you're at. I'll update the list regularly throughout the live. So just keep an eye on that to see where you are. But we have Denise. I'm not sure if I've seen Denise here. Oh, there we go. Thank you, Denise. There's always that tricky delay in the chat for me. So Denise asks, what do I need to know right now, my spirit time? So I don't do general readings, Denise. If you want to, what's on your heart? What's on your mind? Is there a situation that you're dealing with that you'd like insight into what that spirit can help you with? Is there something causing you stress, something causing you confusion? Like I said, I don't do general readings. Lakshmi, my love, you are after Denise, so please do be ready to post your question. Lakshmi, you can go ahead and post as well if you want, just so we can keep things moving. And like I say, Denise, if you can clarify your question. There is a delay in the chat for me, so just bear with me. If you've posted and it's not that I haven't seen it, it's just that it hasn't come through. Is anybody out there? If Denise and Lakshmi are not here, then Anne Franklin, my love, if you are next, if you want to go ahead and post. Hey, country, my love. Oh, I think this is disconnecting. Hold on. Okay, hopefully this is coming through that you can hear me. So that really resonated because I do have someone in mind, but I haven't expressed my feelings to him yet. I'd like to explore what this connection means and how might he be feeling about me, consciously or unconsciously. Awesome. Great question, Anne. Thank you. Guys, you know I love the detail, so give me all the detail when you ask a question, yeah? Thanks, Samri. Okay, Anne, so let's tap into this person's energy. Major Arcana, Death card, the card of transformation. Tell me more, Spirit. They're going through something heavy right now, Anne, emotionally, practically, or they have in the recent past. I believe this transformation is happening. They're in the middle of it, or like I say, it's very recent. Something they have an ending of sorts. So this is giving me an energetic read on them. They have had maybe an ego death. The death card is very much kind of like a echoing of a tower moment. I like to think of it as, there is the death card, but that it kind of freaks people out sometimes when they see this. A sort of a more pleasant way to think about it is a rebirth. Yeah? Tell me more about this connection, though, between... So this is their energy. Another major arcana, so there is strong energy between you, yeah? The Emperor is... They're shifting into their Emperor energy, I believe, after this death moment. They are... Ultimately, this has been a positive transformation. The Emperor is someone who is much more in control of their destiny and much more clear about what they want and what they need. Anne. So I feel like this is the kind of person energetically who you're going to be on the receiving end of, yeah? In this connection. This is someone who is now clear about, like I say, clear about what they want and feeling decisive, okay? I feel like about this connection, okay? So as this connection, say, deepens or they get closer to you, if there was, I don't know the history of this connection, if it's new, etc., but if there's been some kind of indecision or wishy-washiness in the past, that period is over and they're now moving into a place of clarity. Or they may come fully formed in, if this is a new connection, for example, that because of what they've been through in the past, they arrive to you as the Emperor. Tell me the nature of this connection for Anne. It's a new connection. So they arrive fully formed as the Emperor because of this death moment that they've had. And there we go, the Three of Wands. Being able to look to the future, being able to make plans for the future, being energetically ready to plan and to move forward. So I don't know how much you don't know what his feelings are for you. I think it will become clear as you get closer anyway, and because they're coming forward this Emperor energy, someone who goes after what they want and is clear in communication. So this is a strong character. There is a mature energy about this person. The Emperor is, if we think of the Empress as the culmination of kind of all the queens in one, the Emperor is all the kings in one. So they come forward with, you know, Emperor energy, maturity, clarity, ready to, I would say that they would be serious about any connections that they do have. They're not really time wasters, and they quickly, in a way, will begin to make plans for the future, yeah? I don't know how close you are, if you know about this death moment that they experienced, but that's the history of where they've come from. They had a death moment. They emerged as the Emperor, and they are ready to plan for the future. So I hope that resonates, Anne. Quite a serious character, someone who doesn't mess around, yeah? Which can be refreshing, which can be nice to have someone who is so clear about what they want. So I hope that resonated. Okay, Samreen, my love, this is for you. Let me go back to your question. So Samreen asks, I met B on Tinder, yeah. He made me deactivate my profile, but he himself stayed active. That seems very unfair. Later, I found out through an online background check that he has done the same thing to other women as well. Pursuing them, convincing them to deactivate their profiles, love bombing them, and then eventually ghosting them. Wow. When I confronted him about it, he denied everything, and now he has blocked me. Oh, how disappointing, Samreen. Was I just another fling for him? What's his energy towards me now after confrontation? I'm honestly tired now. I tried moving on from an ex, was hopeful but caught up in situationship. Ah, Samreen, I'm sorry. You know, don't let this is, I know it is exhausting, but I would say, let's see what the card said, but I would say, you know, don't let him put you off, you know, exploring other options. That was still the message from Spirit that we've received, that, you know, whatever happens with your ex, excuse me. But let's have a look at B's energy towards you after the confrontation, yeah? Eight of Wands. Fast moving energy. So their energy is still, the Wands is, you know, emotions is running high. Interestingly, even though he's blocked you, the energy is still coming towards you, yeah? With this Eight of Wands. Samreen says, yeah, I feel sorry for myself. Exactly. I remember the last message when I initially asked you about him, Three of Cups came out. Yeah, that kind of not serious energy sometimes. Okay. Tell me more about this Eight of Wands, Spirit. The Magician. So what I feel like with these cards coming through, Eight of Wands, Six of Swords, and the Magician, is that, you know, with people like this and with his energy, because they're very, really, this is someone who is very uncentered and is unavailable and is a game player and, you know, is emotionally very immature and not open to a real connection, yeah? But the thing is with people like this, like even though you've confronted him and you blocked him, the energy, these people tend to, like, he'll probably come back around, or if you wanted to reconnect with him, that you could, you know, you could find another way to make a connection with him, or maybe he'll unblock you at some point and you can say, you know, or just like forget that kind of ever happened and just continue on this connection. But of course, like, there isn't really anything real here for you, Samreen. They are still this game player. They are still unavailable. But what I'm saying is it's kind of like they will entertain you for as long as you will allow them, if that makes sense, okay? Obviously, you've confronted him, which was very brave and which was great that you did that. You know, you decided to tackle it head on. Of course, they would deny it. I mean, you know, I would not advise you at all to waste your time and revisit this. But this is the kind of person who would just, because they're kind of emotionally all over the place, they would still reconnect with you if you wanted to. They would still string you along, or they would still go for dates and, you know, love bomb you and all that kind of stuff. But with the Magician coming through here, I mean, I feel like that, interestingly, partly why I think there's a double message with this, that these people have a certain way of pulling people in, and it's almost like bad magic, yeah, because magic exists and we can use it for good or we can use it for ill, okay, for bad. And this is someone, I think, who is very charismatic and has a certain kind of draw about them, yeah? They can lure people in. Charisma and charm are, you know, very enticing, tempting, yeah? So we must kind of resist that, really, to be drawn into that illusion, because it is an illusion. And I think we need to regroup. So obviously take your time to regroup, Samreen, and have some time just to yourself to rebuild after feeling tired. And then to get back out there if you can, and not let this person put you off from searching for a real connection, yeah? Samreen says, funny thing is he wanted to meet my mom. Yeah, glad I didn't fall for it. So you didn't, you know, you should be proud of how you figured all this out. And also making you deactivate your profile, sort of being controlling. This is all like red flags, yeah? Alvin says, sounds like an energy vampire, exactly. Yes, took advantage of your light. Well said, Alvin. So yeah, they would move on. These people tend to do that, you know, kind of gaslighters, rewrite history, pretend everything's all right until then they do something, you know, really out of pocket and emotionally damaging. They would just go back round and round this cycle with you. And like Alvin says, drain your energy as an energy vampire. Because they have that, you know, for whatever reason, that's how they move through the world and operate. Feed off people's energy. So I hope that resonates, Samreen. Regroup and get back out there if you can to try again with connections. Don't let this person put you off, yeah? Okay, Sarah, my love, are you here? That's true. Tinder can be a hookup app, can't it? Maybe even go for one of the paid apps, because then sometimes I think people might take it more seriously. It's good advice from Country. So look at you in the mirror. It's very much a case of wheat from the chaff, I think, with the dating apps, and you have to treat it much like a job, unfortunately, I think, and go on. There was someone who I was watching who was going on 4 to 5 dates a week, which is a lot, yeah. But she was treating it like, you know, a job in some ways. I don't think Sarah's here. Could be wrong, but we have Sarah, we have Kiki. Please go ahead and post your question if you are here. Sarah, Kiki, Kristen, please go ahead and post so we can keep things moving. Yeah, I mean, ideally, I think it's true that to meet people in the wild, yeah, can be very draining. And also, I think this is just me going on a rant now, but to like not text for too long, I think that can be dangerous as well, to get caught up in the texting, and it's better to meet each other in the wild, in real life, as soon as possible, because that's where you get people's energy, isn't it? That you don't really know what someone's like. No, Patricia, list is open. Thank you, Kiki. So Kiki says, hello dear, I'm having some strong intuitions towards Vicky, like a pull towards him. I've known him since childhood and I believe he have a love affair for me or to start a family together. So what would you like to know? Do you want to know the energy of this connection? True, Kitty. So at the very top of the chat, Patricia, should be. Maybe it got unpinned. I've pinned it. Try now, Patricia. So just clarify, Kiki, what the question is, what you need to know with this, with Vicky. Kristen, if you want to go ahead and post as well. So there's two Kristens. So this is just Kristen, not Kristen Conlar. So just Kristen. Okay, so let's see the energy. Oh, look at the cards are really jumping out today. Hanged Man. So major arcana, which means there is strong energy here. So that's what you're picking up on, Kiki. And I know you said that let me just read it, that you've known each other for a long time as well, since childhood. But the Hanged Man is, there is a stuckness, there is a stuck energy around it at the moment. So this is just a current energy read. So this is their energy, Kiki, okay? And for some reason they are feeling stuck, unable to move forward. This feels like it runs deeper in, not just in this connection, but in their life at the moment. Something is holding them back. Now, it could be a confidence thing about reaching out to you. It could be that they don't feel like they're in a place to offer you what they think that you need or want. I feel like that they don't feel like they're not where they want to be in life, okay? Now there's something also about this energy with the Hanged Man, always when the Hanged Man comes through, is that they're not quite seeing the situation as it truly is. They are caught up in an illusion in some ways, which is holding them back. It's always about having to have a shift of perception when we see the Hanged Man, view things differently, like view things as they're probably not as bad as they seem. They are probably doing better than what they think or feel they are. But they feel trapped and they feel stuck. Let's see what you can do or should do to kind of bring forward the outcome that you want, this strong pull that you have towards this person. So let's see how you should face this situation. Oh, lovely. So trust your intuition, Kiki. We have the Two of Cups here, which is the card of soulmates. So you're having that strong intuition that there is a love bond here. And look how this is validating that for you and saying, you know, you are on the money with that, okay? Two of Cups is a card of deep connection, soulmate connection, mirroring each other's feelings of love. So I would there's nothing more than you need to do or can do in a way than just trust your intuition, pay attention to your dreams, pay attention to your intuitive voice. Work on your manifestations, Kiki, if you practice manifestations, continue to deepen those daily practices, or maybe that's something that you can lean into more. Journaling, meditation, visualization, to bring this through, the outcome that you want, to bring that through as quickly as possible. But we need to wait for them to shift out of this hanged man energy before anything can move forward, okay? It's like we're on pause. But what is comforting here, I think, Kiki, for you, is that what you are feeling has been validated here, yeah? So I hope that resonated. So I don't think Kristen is here. We have Alvin. If you want to go ahead and post. Oh, that's Patricia. Just going to grab the list again and then I'll read for Alvin. Thank you for posting. So Alvin asks, what are my next steps about whether to continue this reconnection relationship with HM? Okay, feeling anxious about her hot cold, but also whether this is even the right thing for me or her. Okay, interesting. I want us to make the best decision for each other. Okay. Thank you for the detail, Alvin. Let's see what's going on with this connection then. Page of Cups. It's nice energy. So there are real feelings here. There is depth, there is emotion, there is love even, yeah, when we see this Page of Cups. It's a very romantic card, matters of the heart. Pages are always about assessment. So before the page comes before the night. The night is when things, bear with me, the night is when things begin to happen more and move forward, yeah? The page is when we are still figuring things out. We're still getting the lay of the land. We're still piecing things together, getting to know each other, deepening the connection. So kind of allow this time. I'm going to pull some more cards, Alvin, but I feel like, allow this time to be what it is. It's okay to have a figuring out period. It's okay to gather information and feel uncertain, even getting comfortable with the unknown as well, in a way, like not knowing that this is the way forward in some ways, allowing that just to be as much as possible, yeah? Let's get a read on them, okay? Because I feel like this is guidance for you, Alvin. So you're getting that hot cold from her, is that right? Oof. They're caught up in some devil energy. Some habits. Okay, so this could be even something that they do, Alvin. Okay, I don't know if this was issues in the past. Is this something that they do? to protect themselves, it's not like a great habit to have, obviously, but it's a way to kind of stay in control of the situation and not make ourselves vulnerable if we're going hot and cold, yeah? Because the devil energy is about toxic habits and behaviors that we repeat, yeah? Cycles that we repeat. So I feel like this is something, you know, about her. Maybe you know this about her. This is something that's happened in the past. I'll pull another card to see if this is likely to change, because really she needs to break this habit, yeah? She needs to either, in a way, be prepared to be vulnerable and open and real. And at the minute, I feel like she's using this hot cold as a way to, it's an old default habit, feels like, to control the situation. Yeah. She's protecting herself because I disconnected from her 6 months ago to take care of myself and my burnout. So I understand why she would be protective. Okay, so you're giving her that grace. That gives context of... Nonetheless, I would say you understand, that's great. You are giving her grace to do that. I suppose on another level, the hot cold though isn't a particularly healthy way to protect yourself, yeah? That's all that I would say on that. Let's see what Spirit says on, is this, you know, you said, is it good for you? The Chariot, okay. Another major arcana. I'm piecing this together because the Chariot is... Okay. So, the Chariot card is about forward movement, forward motion, okay? And the Chariot energy understands that there will be obstacles and challenges and bumps in the road, but they have this like no doubt kind of mindset where they're very, very determined and they kind of want to make this happen, want to make this work. And if you feel like this, Alvin, then you can kind of step into your King of Wands energy as well, which is about the King of Wands makes things happen, okay? Is like a fire starter, is very driven, is very determined, like it's very in line with this Chariot energy. So what I would say is, I suppose in many ways, the ball is in some ways is in your court, because the disconnection initially came from you. If you really want this to work, if you really want this to have a future, you can make this happen, but it would take for you to kind of go all in and embody this Chariot energy and this King of Wands energy. So be very reassuring to her, be very like that this is going to happen. I really want this. Like make that clear if that is the case, okay? Maybe you're still figuring this out yourself. I would say, you know, it's okay to stay in this in-between time. And what will become clear, it'll either your feelings will get stronger and you'll move into this Chariot and King of Wands energy. And then I believe that you know, you can make this work and this can pick up speed and begin to go in the right direction. But it will take you stepping into your King of Wands energy, which is in some respects kind of like, well, taking the lead on the situation, taking the lead on the relationship, and being expressive about your emotions, and being vulnerable on your side, I guess, about how you feel for her, and really going for it. Like, you know, jumping feet first, all in, that kind of energy. Yeah, maybe you're not here yet, but if you want this to happen, this is the kind of energy that we need to make it happen. So I hope that resonated. Maybe we need to stay in this Page of Cups a bit longer, work things out, get clear about what you want. And then if you feel like, actually, yeah, I really do want this, I feel very sure and determined, then I'm going to fight for this, and I'm going to embody the Chariot and the King of Wands energy and go all in. I hope that resonated. Next up we have Kitty Cat Meow, my love. Are you still here? I'm glad that makes sense and resonates, Alvin. Thank you for letting me know. So we have Kitty Cat Meow, and then we have Namira. I think I'll go ahead and close the list now. You're welcome, Alvin. Okay, go ahead and post your question, Namira. I'm just going to read for Kitty, and then I'll read for you. And Kitty asks, what's something new entering my life that I don't see coming? Life has been stagnant and boring. Okay, let's see what's going on. What's going to shake things up for Kitty? Ooh, 2 sevens. Kitty. Double sevens. There is change coming. Now, let me know where this resonates, because obviously this is quite an open-ended question. So it can apply to work, relationships, you know, take where it hits, okay? But there's something about here with the 7 of Wands. It's about standing your ground, okay? A situation or somebody very may well try to maybe challenging you already, or this is something that's coming in the near future, and it feels very important for you to hold space and really kind of defend your spot and defend your point of view, and dig your heels in within a situation, okay, about something that you know needs to change. So sometimes boredom and stagnation can be bordering on even frustration and anger in a situation. Just take what resonates if that hits. 7 of Swords as well is about somebody around you or a situation around you that is trying to get away with something, okay? Like you can see it happening, okay? I feel like you already know someone's trying to go under the radar with not being honest in a situation, trying to take advantage of you in some way. This person, you know, has Seven of Swords, has a very sneaky energy, someone going behind your back, or it could be like a company, you know, like work taking advantage of you, you know, working you too hard and not rewarding you, not being straight with you. Yeah, confirmation, that's good. So this is the change that is coming. So this is maybe the culmination of like either confronting this person or taking a stand in some ways, and this is what's going to shake things up for you, Kitty, and shift this energy. So maybe it's a bit like the calm before the storm, or maybe this stagnation and boredom that you're feeling is it already that you're digging your heels in, and it's more just like we're holding space, because it doesn't, you know, like it can look from the outside that we're not doing anything, but actually we can just hold space and kind of almost be a bit immovable, but in a good way. Like, I'm not gonna crack on this. Yeah, washing my hands of them. Okay, so even though it may feel like, you may even feel like yourself that you're not doing something in this time, but you are. It's important what you're doing. You're standing your ground, you're holding space, you're fighting for yourself. Look how much that person is defending themselves, and you are calling someone out ultimately on their BS. Yeah. So it's not a nice job to have to do, but it's an important one. And once you're free of, you know, you've detangled yourself, you say you're washing your hands of them, detangled, then this will open up new places to put that energy. Yeah. And be able to invite things that are more aligned with you. Blessings to you, Kitty. I'm glad that resonated. Namira, thank you. Namira asks, I am decluttering and I want to sell some things to give away. Will it help to clear the space? So that's not really how I would read. I don't think the tarot is really useful for that kind of question, Namira. If you want to ask a different question. Because I answered your question, I would say yes, it would definitely help clear the space to sell things and give it away. If anyone, it's always good to clear the clutter, very satisfying feeling. So Namira, just go ahead and please ask a different question if you have one. Country, my love, please go ahead and post your question. Nice to see you, Country, and glad that you could make the live. As I'm glad everyone can. Like I say, not really a question for tarot, Namira. By all means, go ahead and ask another one. I'll just read for Country. Thank you for posting. Country asks, hello Seer. I'd like to get an energy check on how things are looking for DJ and I. Absolutely. We went through a quiet period and now we are slowly coming back around. What should I expect from this connection? Okay. Thank you for the detail. Celebrate my birthday. Are you, was that Leo, Country, or are you Virgo? I want to say Leo. Yeah? Could be wrong. Let's see. What can you expect from this connection, okay? Being through a quiet period, but now you're slowly coming back around. Ah, Virgo. Me too, country. Team Virgo. Oh, nice. Nice. So, Page of Cups, all about matters of the heart, but having an open heart, a gentleness, a loving energy with this Page of Cups. So this is DJ's energy. What can you expect from this connection? You can expect more love, more feelings, more openness, yeah? Nice energy. It's when it's a page, you know, with in this context, country, it's like it's tentative, yeah. It's even has maybe a shyness about it, or a sensitivity maybe more than a shyness. So really nice energy to see. Someone or both of you is going to be busy. Two of Pentacles is juggling, okay? Maybe a lot going on around this connection to be mindful of as well. Not negative, but you know, this is Pentacles, so this can be about money, this can be about work. And one final message, please, Spirit. But once things get moving, I think this, you know, so we have this Page of Cups, this loving, tentative energy. There may be even like in the connection about, you know, things getting going again, some ups and downs, as in like getting a wheel turning again, if that makes sense, that kind of energy, like kind of getting restarted. And then almost when I feel like that you'll find your feet, find your rhythm, that we move into this kind of King of Wands energy, which is very passionate and is more bold energy, yeah, and is more confident. I feel like really this is DJ's energy again, like a continuation. And the King of Wands is someone who is going after what they want more, being this relationship, being this connection. So it's like a kind of story here, you know, of the progression. Page of Cups, we're reconnecting. It's kind of sensitive, it's kind of gentle, but it's loving, it's romantic. Two of Pentacles can be a bit up and down, or a bit almost, I want to say, you know, like some intensity of like, not craziness, but you know, like an intensity happening, some ups and downs, getting that wheel moving. Then we move into, like I say, more solid ground really with this King of Wands, and someone who is confident and certain and going after what they want and is passionate and being more direct. So it feels good, yeah? And what you can do, country, I feel like, is kind of just go with the flow with this. Like allow this to unfold, yeah? Let him as well do the heavy lifting, I feel like, yeah, with this one. But this is his progression. So just kind of allow, I hope this resonates, allow that to unfold. Like I say, I hope that resonates, country. Keep us posted. So Namira, do you see love coming for me in the future? I'm wondering how that person will be. So are we single, Namira? Yeah. Let's get an energetic read, like an energetic signature on this person's characteristics. See if Spirit, sometimes Spirit won't do this, won't bring this through, but sometimes they will. Country says, makes sense. I like that. Hopefully it all works out. Yes, I hope it does too, country. Namira, this is for you, my love. So let's try and get an energetic read on your person, yeah? We've had this Page of Cups so many times. So, this is, Namira, a lovely energy. This is someone, they could be a water sign or have this prominent in their chart. Spirit has brought through an energetic signature of this person. Because it's a page, they can be quite young in their personality and in their energy. There's almost like an innocence with this card. There's a sensitivity, but they are open-hearted. They can be a bit dreamy even, particularly when it comes to love. You know, it doesn't mean that they have to be like this in all areas of their life, but how they connect with you is that there is a love offering coming through. This is them offering you their cup, their heart, their feelings, their emotions. And they're doing it in a gentle way, a sensitive way. They are romantic by nature. Like I say, kind of head in the clouds, in love with love kind of energy, yeah? Like I say, can be a water sign or have this prominent in their chart. So this is a beautiful, it's a love that kind of can sneak up on you. It's a love that has a real sensitivity to it, Namira. You may recognize this if you have any energetic people in your energetic field, or if not, then this is new love coming through. It will be, you know, this kind of love is easy to accept, yeah? There's a purity to it, there's an innocence to it. So what a lovely energy to come through, yeah? This person isn't afraid to share their feelings and to be open-hearted. So something to look forward to for sure. Okay, you feel someone energetically, yeah, but go with the flow. Does have that water Pisces energy, yeah? So keep us posted, Namira. Keep us posted. So we now have Kristen and Patricia. So Kristen Conler, if you are still here, my love. Patricia, if you want to go post. And last but not least, Patricia. Ah, thank you, Kristen. Kristen says, love and light, Namiri. Catch up soon. Kristen asks, hi Seer, so things between me and S have progressed. Awesome. But sometimes it's hot and cold. Okay, can you check in if his intentions are real? Because I don't want to invest in something that's baseless. Absolutely. Let's have a look, Kristen. Oh. I'll take that. Was the Tower moment... Did this Tower moment remind me, Kristen, did this happen between you two? This Tower moment? I feel like it did. In the past, yeah? So, because I asked the question, where is this hot and cold coming from? From them, yeah? And this Tower moment came through, Kristen, okay? So the hot and cold is coming from, is being fueled still by this Tower moment. Tell me more about this Page of Swords, Spirit. Feels like more of their energy, something to say, communication, Page of Swords. Sometimes the Page of Swords, okay, like the way they communicate can be a little bit harsh, like a little bit, it come across as cold, you know, when you say hot and cold. And Swords is like, when Swords is good, it's like direct and clear. But the kind of shadow side of the Swords energy is that it can be a little bit cold and the delivery can be a little bit rough, yeah, in communication. So let me know if that's like about how they talk, you know, that it's like that they have this side to them that is a little bit harsh, and, you know, that's that kind of Swords energy. Tell me about their intentions. And am I right, Kristen, that they remind me that they, with the Tower moment, that they like messed up? Yeah, with me, yes, from them. And so it's that kind of, it's weird when people feel sort of like guilt or maybe on the back foot about how things went down in the past. And you'd think that this would make people try harder in some ways or be warmer, be more sensitive. But it can actually make people defensive, yeah? Feeling on the back foot and feeling like they messed up, they did something wrong. It makes them defensive. And I feel like that's partly what's going on here. And really that's just their cross to bear, yeah? That's just karma for what they did. But I feel like this is where that hot and cold is coming from. They're emotionally aloof, yeah, so that's Swords energy. So they may have like either some kind of Capricorn energy or air sign maybe in their chart, you know, in their astro chart. Tell me about underneath this though, Spirit. What's their intentions? They're kind of, it's almost like they're kind of not handling that side of things so well, Kristen, okay? I didn't mess up with you. So tell me more where that Tower, okay. Okay. Tell me a bit more about this Tower moment, just so I can make sense of this story and where this Page of Swords defensiveness is coming through. They want to make this work with you though, because we have a King of Pentacles and an Ace of Pentacles, because this is what is their deeper intentions. They are showing up with, oh, it's an Aquarius, there we go. So they are They can be quite cold, yeah. They are, Aquarius or is kind of like thinking of the bigger picture a lot. They're very sort of humanitarian in some ways, and look at the bigger picture of almost like the community or people as a whole. But when it comes to one-on-one, I find that Aquarius can be a little bit distant and aloof or cold in some ways in the delivery. But here we have, so their real intentions underneath kind of what you're experiencing on the surface of this coldness. Like I say, I don't know the ins and outs of this Tower moment, about what really went down there that is kind of putting them in this Page of Swords energy. You don't have to go into that, Christine, if you don't want, but let me know if that resonates and that makes sense. Okay? This Tower moment is getting them in their Page of Swords energy, which is making them a bit cold, defensive, etc. What's really going on underneath, though, we have this warmer energy, okay? That the King of Pentacles is very intentional, is very grounded, and is very engaged in this, into making it work. We have the Ace of Pentacles, which is this new beginning that you were on, this new journey, yeah? And the Ace is really, this is a real genuine offer. This is something that you can believe in, that is grounded in reality. It's not a pipe dream. It's not, like baseless was the word that you used. The King of Pentacles, along with the Ace of Pentacles, speaks of a solid foundation. He's not very open about it, okay. So I suppose the takeaway from this, Kristen, is whatever this Tower moment was, the history, maybe you don't need to know about it. All that you need to know is how it affects you. Is this Page of Swords, that their intention is to be clear and honest and truthful with you, but their delivery can be rough. Now, because they're an air sign, because this may be just a quirk of their personality, and because the Tower moment, they're still kind of feeling those repercussions of it, whatever that might be, it can make them more like this. So I would just if you feel like you can handle that and you can take that and just take it with a pinch of salt for what it is. Maybe don't take it as seriously as you are now, as you do. It's just a quirk of their communication, and to just be like, okay, that's just how it is. Sometimes it doesn't really reflect on a deeper level their feelings for you, because we have all this Pentacles energy, which is about kind of building a future together, about being stable, about being committed, and about being reliable. One final message about this kind of energy, because I like to get to the bottom of this. The Star card. It's all hooked up with their hope and their dream and their wish, their vision of maybe like the ideal relationship that they want. The Star card is, a wish come true, something that they hold very important to them. This Tower moment maybe made them question that, maybe it kind of rocked their world a bit, as Tower moments always do, to think, is this possible? It kind of planted seeds of doubt. It broke down. It broke something in them. This star still remains, this wish, this hope for the kind of relationship that they want, but this Tower moment kind of cast a bit of a shadow, which they are still in that shadow, Kristen. and can make them a little bit harsh. But nonetheless, they are in this relationship with you, they're in this connection, and they do want this. So I hope that resonated. I hope that made sense, Kristen. And other Kristen, yes, I'm sorry, I did call your name, so it was quite a while back now. Catch me, I'll be back on Monday though. And last but not least, we have Patricia, if you are still here, my love. Go ahead and post your question if you are still here. You're welcome, Kristen. You're very welcome. Keep us posted, yeah? What star sign are you, Kristen? Aquarius and... what's your sun? I'll just hang on a few minutes, see if Patricia is still here. Because I know there's a bit of a delay in my chat. Ah, Pisces. Pisces and Aquarius, that's a nice mix. You're both at the very end of the zodiac as well. It's a nice combo, but you'll be naturally probably more... oh, Virgo moon. You'll be naturally the more maybe emotional, open one, you know, Pisces feel everything, yeah. Hey Patricia, go ahead and post your question, my love. Oh, and Pisces and Virgo moon as well, because they're opposite as well. Patricia says, can I get an energy reading on the new Taurus sky I'm exploring? Yes, you can, Patricia. I'm sorry, Anshuman, you were on the list, my dear. You're welcome, Kristen. 2 Tauruses. Interesting. Okay, so let's get an energy read on this. Oh, the cards are really jumping today. Nice. Nice, nice. Pentacles, earth energy, in keeping with their Taurus energy that they are. This is them, Page of Pentacles. Coming through here, Patricia, with a real, genuine offer with this coin. The page, like I've spoke of today, because we've had the Page of Cups come through a lot today, and this Page of Pentacles, it is a more grounded energy than that Cups. But it still has the Page energy, which is kind of tentative. It's interesting that you use the word exploring, and I feel like that they are also doing that. It's a kind of period of getting to know each other and a period of exploration when we're getting the full picture, and we are assessing in some ways, you know, like, oh, I like that, or maybe I don't like that so much, and you know, starting to wonder and feel, is this where this is going? Yeah. But they're certainly engaged in this, they're certainly taking this seriously. Tell me more, Spirit. Interesting. 5 of Wands, which is this almost feels like a separate energy to them. I feel like either this is something that's gone on, this is going on with someone else in the picture, or maybe someone else in the picture with you, Patricia. 5 of Wands is about like conflict, either internal in ourselves or externally, like not being able to get on the same page. No real damage is done with this. In a way, this kind of energy will pass, but it is connected to the 3 of Cups, which is someone that is maybe just looking for a good time, you know, not a long time. And this brought up insecurities, understandably, with this moon energy. Is this someone that is else, Patricia, that has been around you? Because it doesn't feel connected to this Taurus. Let me know. I just want to know why these cards have come through. If it doesn't resonate with you, then I feel like it's something that could be therefore going on with them. One more card for this connection though. Yeah, because this card feels pretty, like, you know, at the moment the current energy is straightforward. We have Page of Pentacles, we have a genuine offer, it's grounded in reality, it's a period of exploration. The 6 of Wands is about victory, success, so very positive energy, and this being like a successful connection, so interactions for you both being positive and going in the right direction. It feels like the energy with past connection with Scorpio, like it sounds very similar. So it's funny how this happens. Like if we're having a connection with someone that is positive and maybe we're moving on, then often ex's energy, old energy with someone they have this magical ability to kind of tap into that and sometimes can pop up. So even just in this tarot spread that they've come to make themselves known. And it's that kind of energy maybe of someone who isn't right for you and messed you around and was ultimately unavailable, but they kind of they still like to know that we're there. It's like they don't want anyone else to have us. So maybe this has come through as well, Patricia. I don't know if you're in contact with this Scorpio. They may pop up, they may reach out, communicate with you. Obviously try to just protect your energy. They are still the person that you left behind. But this Five of Wands energy, yeah, this conflict, not being able to get on the same page, them being kind of unavailable. Three of Cups, not, you know, like I said here, for a good time, not a long time energy. And then the Moon card, very triggering to, you know, rise up our fears and insecurities in relationships. He did recently reach out to apologize. So they've just come into this tarot reading, Patricia, to, as often, sometimes, you know, people's energy does, just to come in and let themselves know, because they haven't let go of you, basically, emotionally. They want to keep you on tap there, you know, available. I feel very strongly, Patricia, that this is not Taurus's energy, okay? That this is the Taurus energy. This feels clear. This feels, you know, this is current energy. This feels good. This feels grounded. It feels solid. It doesn't feel messy. This feels very messy. So Spirit is probably just come through. Either they've come through to say, hey, make their presence known. They don't want you to move on. Could also be a warning from Spirit to say, you know, don't get sucked back into this if this person may try to continue communication with you. Focus on this Taurus. It looks promising. It looks positive. Yeah. They look ready for something real. It's grounded. Yeah. So I hope that resonated. Okay, I'm going to end the live now, guys. Thank you to everyone who came here, who brought their energy, who brought their questions. For anyone that missed a reading, hey Ivo, by the way, nice to see you. Thank you for popping in. I'll be live again on Monday as usual, but have a wonderful weekend, beautiful evening, rest of the day, wherever you are in the world. But thank you so much for checking in. Love and light, guys.